1, 2, 3.
Hello, my name is Daniel Martin Lara from Pepe School Land, and this is an overview and tutorial about Claypencil. The two things that you need to know about Claypencil is that the first one is that Claypencil is just a name, only that. Claypencil is a bunch of geometry nodes, okay, that convert grease pencil lines in a real geometry in a real time. This is really nice, and Claypencil is just a name for this technique. And the second one, and the most important one, is that this workflow and technique is highly experimental. Okay, there is some glitches, some bugs, a lot of things to solve, a lot of room to improvements. Okay, maybe in the future another one will be nice, okay, to manage all these things in an easy way. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the community create his own implementation of this idea in a better way. There is a lot of things to do. Okay, so don't expect right now a very monolithic or consolidated technique, because this is basically for early adopters. When you see the Claypencil demos, everything seems so easy. Oh, this is really nice, okay, but there is more work that it seems. Okay, you need get comfortable working with this technique, and sometimes you are not sure this is the best way to do this or to do that. So take account that. Okay, after that, I'm really excited about this, okay, because I think this is really powerful, great 3D animation using the 2D workflow. Okay, I think there is a lot of potential here. It will be nice, really nice have this workflow to create this kind of 3D animation. Okay, so basically, take a look. So you can find three different files. The first one is the cowboy animation file. Okay, with all the animation, and you can play with this file, even create new drawings. Okay, just to check it out. The second one is just a fire effect. Okay, with different materials. If you want, you can draw something here, okay, or play with the sculpt, and you see all the changes in the rest of the fire materials. And the last one is start here. This file is just to explain how Claypencil works. In this file, you can find a grease pencil object with a geometry nodes modifier on top, and in this modifier, okay, is just to convert the grease pencil lines, okay, in a real geometry. Okay, and inside this modifier, this is when the magic happen. Okay, because this is the Claypencil node group. Inside this group, there is a lot of nodes here. Okay, but not so important right now. Okay, so here with this node selected, here I have a lot of options. Okay, let me explain you. Okay, so I have here a grease pencil object with, in this case, with one layer. Okay, so I selected this one. Okay, and now here let me explain all the options. Here in the first one is the name of the layer. Okay, if I change here for another name, we need change here, okay, to match the name, because this node is make reference of this layer. Okay, and here you have different options, different mesh generation. The first one is tube. Okay, so in here when you draw, you have tubes. Okay, if I open the tube options, okay, panel, okay, here for example I can change the resolution, the radius here. Okay, I can smooth this, okay, or play with the trim start and end. Okay, here on the top I have override resolution. Okay, Okay, another option, for example, I can turn off and on the end caps or use the Shade Smooth option. Okay, so basically is that here you have all the options for the tubes. Okay, if you want to change different material, to assign different material, here in the bottom have a material option. Okay, so I can select different kind of materials for that. Okay, and this is basically for the tube option. Okay, there is another option here, is using a circle, but you can use a custom shape. Basically here you need to create another layer, okay, with a shape in the origin, okay, and this is the custom shape for the tube. For example, you can change your mesh generation from tube to fill, and here you have all the options in this panel, fill panel options. Okay, here you have all the parameters to change the extrude from front and the back. Okay, for example, I can scale this shape or subdivision surface for a smooth result. Okay, or I have this smooth operation. Here I can move the shape from to back. Okay, or for example, this is interesting, use the stroke radius to tweak your thickness of the shape. For example, let me create another shape here, something like that. Okay, now if I go to edit mode and put this option, show GP lines on top. Okay, for this it's important to have this option enabled in front. So now if I select this stroke, okay, and now if I press Alt S to change the radius of this stroke, okay, I can manage the thickness of this extrude. One cool thing here, if you use, now we are in fill, but here there is a remesh option. If I put this turn on, okay, now I can blend, mix, okay, all these two shapes in one. Okay, and here have all the options to control the remesh. Okay, and one important option here is use this only in render. Okay, because you are animating this, okay, with the remesh always on, is your frame rate is not good. And with this, okay, this is working really great, and in the render time you have this result. There is another option, for example, like a tube and fill. Basically are the fill and tube working together. So I have this. If I go to the tube options, okay, I can change the radius, and if I go here to the material section, I can change the tube material, maybe for something black. Okay, and it's working together. And if you are using the remesh, when you turn off the remesh, it's only take account the fill material. Okay, the tube material is override. Something like that. Another option is use the thin. Basically, it's really flat. It's just a plane with your shape. Okay, and this is really useful if you are thinking, for example, use your Claypencil animation and convert in a 3D to interact, for example, with lights and fog, depth of field, all this kind of thing. Okay, this is useful for that. And the last mesh generation type by the moment, okay, because I'm thinking to introduce more, but by the moment this is highly experimental thing, is object deform. Okay, so let me explain. Basically here we have an object. This is a standard regular object with geometry. Okay, and maybe with some shape keys. Okay, so the idea is use the Claypencil strokes to deform this geometry. So I select this and select the object deform. Okay, I'm going to the object deform panel. Okay, and here I can select the geometry to the form. And now if I draw something, okay, I can pose this arm using the grease pencil line. If I, for example, if I select here and play with the shape keys, is working. Okay, this is highly experimental, but I think this maybe will be nice to create crazy things. So now time to create a quick animation, like a head looking around. For example, I want to delete this shape. Okay, I want to create a circle shape. Okay, something like that, like a head thing. It's too white, so I select this layer, this stroke, and Alt S to scale this, something like that. I want to put in material, I want to put something more skin thing. Okay, I think it's this one. Maybe I can put some more polygons here with subdivision surface. Okay, something like that. Okay, now I want to draw the ears, something like that, Maybe it's too wide, so select this one and this one, Alt S to scale, rotate this one to have a better orientation. Okay, and now if I turn on, okay, if I turn on the remesh thing, okay, now I can see that it is blend together. Okay, I can play with this parameter, maybe something like that. I think it is better. Maybe this scale thing, duplicate the area to create the nose. Okay, maybe here is okay. And now to create another grease pencil layer with clay pencil geometry thing, okay, you need make this. So now I want to create another layer, for example, for the facial expressions, facial. I copy this name, and now to create another clay pencil layer, you need to duplicate this one. Okay, put the name of the layer here and here. Okay, now I can connect this one. Okay, you need to connect this one to this one. One more time, you need to duplicate this and connect this one to this one, and put the name of the layer or the grease pencil layer here. So here now have another grease pencil, clay pencil group connected with the grease pencil layer. Okay, and now if I start to draw, let me put this only render. I start to draw here. Okay, I have this this setup. Let me put the color in black. Okay. Oh, no, for this layer in black. Okay, and now if I want to draw some expressions here, the main problem right now is that you draw something but it's inside of this mesh. Okay, so you have a couple options. One is in the tube properties, you have an offset, okay, to put this on front. Okay, but there is another interesting one here in origin option. You can draw on top of the surface. So now, for example, I can make this. Let me put this. Okay, I can start to draw something like this. I go to sculpt. Okay, maybe I can play with the thickness thing. How to draw. So now we have this basic head here. Okay, if you want to see your grease pencil line without the modifier at the same time, One trick is like if I press Alt D in object mode, I can create an instance. Okay, so in this instance, I can delete the Claypencil modifier, the geometry node modifier. Okay, and now the interesting thing here is that if I select something here, because it's an instance, you see in real time in your Claypencil modifier. So I put the show GP lines on, okay, to see my original grease pencil lines. Okay, and now make some quick animation. Let me put in this layer, the head layer, only in render option to have a nice playback. And now I want to delete this one. I'm going to edit mode, select all the lines and make something like move this to this. Okay, here in the middle to turn the head, something like that. And in this frame I want to change the facial expression, so I select the facial layer thing. Okay, I'm going here and now I can delete all this and start to draw another expression. Let me put this to draw in the surface. Okay, something like that. To sculpt, to tweak. Okay, something like that, and maybe some eyebrows here. Okay, move this, the nose for a better drawing thing. Okay, I have this. Okay, and now I start to use the sculpt tool to make more in-betweens. Now okay, squash and stretch. So in the cowboy example, okay, it's basically that with a more complex animation, a lot of layers. Okay, but basically it's that. It's just grease pencil lines. Okay, I can sculpt, modify, or maybe, for example, put subdivision here. Okay, to have more control. Okay, or for example, you can create something interesting here because you can combine two layers in one Claypencil thing. Okay, for example, in this case, the body. Okay, let me delete this connection. Okay, so see, this is the body and this is the legs. Okay, and there is another option here, is that here you have the Boolean mesh. Okay, so I can connect this to this. Okay, now here in Boolean operation we have some option that is not working really well with you try make some Boolean things. Union is working great, but another is not working. But the important thing here is just join this to this. And the good thing here is here we have a layer with the fill option, and here we have the legs with the two options, and combining this way, now when you using the remesh, okay, now it's just one shape. For example, the hands is only some strokes. Okay, with the remesh option. Let me turn off this. That's it. or the gun is just some basic shapes like circles, playing with the thickness, okay, and another circles, okay, for this part of the gun. Okay, so this is. And working with Claypencil, your best friend will be the 3D cursor. For example, if I want to rotate all this arm, okay, I can put with shift right click the 3D cursor here, okay, and make sure that in your transform pivot point you have the 3D cursor. Okay, now I can rotate from here, or for example I can select this one and select this pivot point to rotate my hand, okay, or select this one and rotate from here. Okay, so this is so important. Or even for create some using the bend tool, I can select all here, set the pivot, the 3D cursor here, and using the bend tool, okay, this is so useful to play with that even here. Okay, or if you want to draw in the space, okay, you select draw, select shift right click to put the pivot point here, okay, and make sure that you are in the stroke placement, you are in 3D cursor, and now you're gonna start to draw, okay, from this exact point in the mesh. Okay, and of course in the future it will be nice have like a VR thing to draw in the space, or like a 3D pen, okay, definitely will be really useful and speed up the process a lot. So this is all for now. It's quite experimental, right, but really interesting times ahead. Bye.
1, 2, 3.